This is a story that still has many of you talking and taking sides this morning. NFL players, owners, and coaches sat, knelt, or locked arms in unity during the national anthem on Football Sunday. The protest in response to President Trump's comments just a couple days earlier when he called those players who took a knee in previous games SOBs and said they should be fired for protesting. The Atlanta-Falcons and owner Arthur Blank stood arm in arm before their game against the Detroit Lions yesterday. 8 Lions players linked arms, and some took a knee during the national anthem. 2 Falcons, Grady Jarrett and Dontari Poe, took a knee. This was the first time Falcons players have knelt during the anthem. Head coach Dan Quinn spoke after the game about the day, which turned into way more than football.
Adrian Claiborne on our team had really said some comments that really stuck with me. And he said, I wish the rest of the world was like our locker room. And we're black, we're white, we're from the city, we're from the country. And if more guys were like our locker room, the world would be a better place. I think the best example they can set is their own for everyone else to see them and how well they connect.
So 3 teams chose to stay off the field during the Star-Spangled Banner. Jennifer Leslie is following that part of the story for us this morning. Jen, one of those teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers, all of them stayed in the locker room except for one player.
That's right. He's an offensive tackle who served 3 tours in Afghanistan as an Army Ranger. His name is Alejandro Villanueva, and he got a lot of attention on social media for standing in the tunnel with his right hand over his heart as the national anthem played. His Steeler teammates stayed in the locker room along with 2 other teams, the Titans and Seahawks. There were more than 200 players who took part in Sunday protests by kneeling or taking a seat. Compare that to only 6 last weekend before President Trump weighed in on this controversy. It all started last season with 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who refused to stand to protest the treatment of African Americans by police. Mike Tomlin, the Steelers head coach, had this to say about what his team did.
We decided to sit it out, to not take the field, to remove ourselves from it, to focus on playing football. And so those were our intentions.